Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this Money Making Sunday. We got a lot going on today, man. Plenty of things underneath the sun. We got NFL action, NBA action, college hoops action, some NHL action. Plenty of opportunities, man, to kick the crap out of the books today. Y'all know that's exactly what we're trying to do here on this Money Making Sunday. And I got a really good crew of guys with me to help us talk through some of these games, per usual, as we do here on the daily. We also have a special guest here with us for a couple minutes. She wants to come and say some nice words, so she's always welcome here. Carrie, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good, thanks. Hope everyone is well. Thanks for letting me come on today. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. It has just been a crazy, crazy 2 weeks. But I read all of your comments. I read all of the favorite memories that you have about my husband. And this Pick Dogs community is as important to as it was to him as it is to me. I was behind the scenes for Mitch for 16 years, so I'm the one that mailed your T-shirts, mailed your hats, kept Mitch going so that he could provide the content that he did to all of you. So I came on here today to ask a really big favor. Ron, as many of you have seen out on the Facebook post, soon to be on the Instagram post, and also on the YouTube post, posted a video. We're trying to figure out a way to honor how to grieve together, number one, and how to honor Mitch's legacy through the last 16 years of content. Many of you have been with Mitch since day one. Many of you just joined the ride, but there's a reason that you stayed, and there's a reason that you love the community. And I'm asking you to help us get that content together. So please take a look at Ron's video. We are very specific in asking for 3 pieces of information and digging back to that content. We know Mitch had his favorite rants. We had his favorite Mitchisms. We have his favorite views about a team that maybe you agreed with or that you didn't agree with. So we're just asking you to help us find that content and to honor Mitch's legacy and help put that together so that we can get that out there and honor Mitch together. So for me personally, thank you for allowing me to share my own personal legacy. I over the weekend had found a favorite picture that Mitch wanted to share on his obituary. I shared this on all the social media platforms and just a little story about ourselves. But it's just been just so nice to be uplifted in this really tough time because I miss him. I know that you miss him, and that just again asking you guys to help us find that content to be able to help continue on with his legacy. Take a look at Ron's video, see what you got, and thanks again because your comments have just mean the world to me. I'm going to send it back to these experts over here. I don't want to be busting up anybody's parlays or, get on some good winners. We have an amazing crew. So we've got all the best handicappers in the world here. Mitch believed in each and every one of them. We got the Dime Club. We have some special content that's on all of those on all of the websites. So go take a look. He may be gone, but he's not forgotten. And we just hope that you help us honor that legacy by participating with us. So thank you once again. And we're still standing here. And so thank you for your support. Have a great day. Thanks for letting me come on, everybody.
Of course. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah.
And we'll, anytime,
Yeah.
anything.
I look forward to those cappers. They were all going to go through and find their best Mitch moments. So we're going to start getting those together. So hopefully the cappers are the leaders out here and are going to get us moving on that. So
Yes,
have a winning day, everybody. Aloha and a hui hu.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Gotta love Carrie, man. Gotta love her. Appreciate her joining and tuning in today. So yeah, just one last time. Ron posted a video the other day. Where we're asking is for you guys to go back onto that video and just comment 3, 4, however many moments you can remember from all of Mitch's moments over the past couple years here at Pick Dogs. So I know it's kind of hard trying to go back through all of that content, but I know some of you just probably have it bookmarked from those moments that you laughed and things of that nature. So if you got some free time, just spend some time trying to find some of those best moments. Like I know for me, one of my ones I for sure have to go back and find is the Rack City moment. I have to go back and find that one and put that in the montage, man. Y'all know Mitch, man. He was arguably one of the funniest people ever to walk. Man, he is one of his best aspects, I think, was his funniness. But yeah, fellas, money making Sunday. Let's do what we do. Let's make some money today, man. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. Yesterday for me was it was I think I what did I do? I think I went even. It was one of them days. Had some good winners yesterday. I also had a couple ones. I was like, Jay, I want that back. It is what it was. Be what it be. Today though, money making Sunday. Let's meet the guys. Y'all know who's here. Brian Biller. Standing, Brody. How you doing?
Oh, can't complain. I've been riding a hot streak 4-1 yesterday, but my loss with Illinois, just 88% foul shooter on the line that couldn't drain the foul shots at the end of the game. Then they let the other team roll the whole side of the court for 4 seconds to go and lay it up. Just one of those things. That's gambling. You always remember the tough losses. So on to today. Gonna get some winners.
On to today. Big Al McMorty, how you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. Good day yesterday. 6-3 now at 124 and 66. The last 190. Had a huge play yesterday on Navy against Army, so that was a fun game to watch. Today I've got football and hoops, and we'll just look to keep it going.
Keep it rolling with Big Al McMorty. Let's do it. Let's also keep it rolling with Jovan, man. How you doing today, my man?
Doing all right, keeping it going. Went 13-5 yesterday, and I was including, playing contrarian with that Army pick. I was on Navy, but I just felt that it was just too much love for Navy, and I played contrarian and got smacked up for that. But yeah, it was the 13-5 day, so it didn't hurt me, and it didn't hurt the longer term clients who got every play. There's that. So I'm on a little bit of a heater, past few days, and I'm looking to keep it going for NFL Sunday.
Let's do it, fellas. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling on this NFL Sunday. We won't start in the NFL, though. We'll start in college hoops. Let's get that done first. We're going to just split it up into two. So ride with me here as I read out all these games. We got East Texas A&M versus South Alabama, my alma mater, a.k.a. Texas A&M Commerce. We got Temple versus Hofstra, Navy versus Virginia Tech, Omaha versus Iowa State, Cyclones at home. We got Old Dominion versus Northeastern, Norfolk State versus Northern Kentucky, Central Connecticut versus Rhode Island, Akron, Zip versus Milwaukee. We got UIC versus Little Rock, not Big Rock. We got Campbell versus Morgan State, Vermont versus Colgate, Alabama A&M versus Chattanooga, Chicago State versus Mercer, Western Mish versus North Dakota State, Purdue Fort Wayne, a.k.a. PFW Chains versus Eastern Mish, Presbyterian, a.k.a. the Blue Hose, 1-hole, 2-hole, red hole, blue hole versus Miami, the Hurricanes. We got New Orleans versus Iowa. We'll stop there. Brian?
Yeah, it's always tough to resist taking Presbyterian. Everybody knows I love the Blue Hose, but in this one, I had the Temple Owls written up as a premium pick, just about to enter it. I just got scared off a little bit because when I was doing it, it was around 2.5 to 3. I saw it going to 3.5, 4, but for me, the Temple Owls have played a tougher schedule. I know Hofstra has played Florida State, Boston College, not Florida. They've played Houston and Florida State, but if you look at Temple's schedule, they haven't had it easy. I think they're better than 5-4. I think the line opened up originally at Temple -1's got all the way up to Hofstra as a 4-point favorite. So for me, I think it's a 1-possession game. I'll take the Temple Owls plus the points. And they haven't covered a game this season. I don't think the Temple Owls.
There we go. Big Al McMorty, what you like here in the first slide of college hoops?
Yeah, I'm going to take a team that hasn't won yet this year, Chicago State. I've been on them a lot this year, had some nice wins with them. I'm going to take them again here, plus the 15.5 against Mercer. When you take a look at how winless teams with an 0-9 or worse record have gone over the last 35 years, when they're on the road and not getting 19 or more points, they've cashed 63%. So I'm going to take the big number with Chicago State.
Big Al, do you have a team that's been a thorn in your side this year, like Pacific was last year?
Well, they weren't. I think I was 5-7 in my 12 games that I played Pacific last year, so it wasn't as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. A team that's been a thorn in my side this year. To be honest, it's been such a good year. I can't think of one. I'm sure it'll come. Ask me in February.
Fair enough. I will.
Nashville Predators for me. That's my thorn.
Maybe the New York Jets in football. That would be it. New York Jets.
That would be the one. That would be the one. Them damn Jets. We'll see if you take them later on here in the show. Javon, my man, what you like your first slot college hoops?
I'm gonna roll with the Rhode Island Rams. Off that bounce back. Well, I don't think did they play earlier this week? No, they did. So the last game was a game which they lost to Brown, a game that I was on Brown on the money line. So it was just a situation where they was coming off that big win against Providence. Then they got their comeuppance with another team who were looking at them as an in-state big brother type of game. So they basically faced the full gamut as far as that goes. Now they have their first loss and they're looking to take out their frustrations on the team. They're going to take it out on Central Connecticut Central Connecticut, the Blue Devils. Now the Blue Devils, they cover games. They've done quite well on 6-3 straight up, 6-2 against the spread. But it's just a spot for me where I think that they handle business. They won last year by 11, 81-70, and I think it's going to be a similar result in this one. The Rhode Island Rams, they are a better team than they were last year, so I think they get the job done.
Fair enough. For me, let me see. I ain't gonna lie, I love me some Iowa State. I love Iowa State. Iowa State goes stupid, dummy, crazy. I think that's slightly too many points, though. I do. I would grab the points with Omaha. I don't love it, but I feel like it's the right thing to do. So this is probably the only time all season long you'll really catch me fading Iowa State and Iowa State. But I just think if there was a spot, it would be this one laying this many points. I wouldn't be shocked if they won the game like 25, 28, even 30. But to lay 34, it's kind of crazy. Give me a Omaha plus the points in that one. Let me see what else in here. I would also lean towards I would lead towards Presbyterian and the Blue Hose. 1 hole, 2 hole, red hole, blue hole. Miami just continues to be disappointing. And until they show me life, this is not a team I want to be laying this many points with. In all honesty, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. If you got the stomach for it, a plus 900 dog today and Presbyterian wouldn't shock the hell out of me. It wouldn't shock the hell out of me. So until Miami really shows a pulse, I think we gotta continue to fade them. Give me the Presbyterian Blue Hose for sure, plus the points. And a random flyer on a plus 900 on a Sunday with everybody watching NFL, NBA. You'd be shocked if one snuck through the back door. So that's what I like here in this first slot. Let's keep it rolling, fellas. We'll do the back end of college hoops. We got North Dakota versus UTSA. We have Texas Longhorns, Hook'em, versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. We have Stonehill versus Boston College. Denver versus Fullerton. We got Mercyhurst, the Lakers, the Lake Show versus Kent State. St. Louis versus Illinois State. Stephen F. Austin versus Oregon in Alton. We have Arkansas State versus UAB. San Francisco versus Loyola Chicago. We got to get Brian to pronounce that in a second. We got to get UC San Diego versus Idaho. And we have Montana State versus USC to close us out in college hoops. Big Al McMorty, you're first here, my man.
Yeah, it's just a stat. Going back to your Blue Hose thing, if they win the game straight up, I'll buy you dinner. They're 1-30 straight up when getting 12 or more points. I'm going to look at the last game there. I'm going to look at USC versus Montana State. Yeah, I mean, Montana State off the back-to-back Suets wins. They're 6-3 ATS this season. USC going in the other direction. They're 2-8 ATS, but I like USC here. Montana State is 10-36 ATS off back-to-back Suets wins when they're playing an opponent that does not have a winning point spread record. So I'll take USC in this game.
Jovan, talk to me. What you like here?
Yeah, I'm on Arkansas State. I just every time I catch a Blazers game, a UAB game, it just seems like they do the most inexplicable things on the court, and then they'll be down early, and then they have to fight their way back to try to win. They're a talented team, but they're 5-5 now. They are at home, facing a 8-3 ball club, and they're favored by 3.5 points. But I think this is going to be a one possession game. I don't think I don't think at this point of the season they have it in them to run rush shot over a talented team like Arkansas State. I'm not gonna say that they're talented like that. I'm kind of overplaying it when it comes to that, but nevertheless, it's more of a fade against UAB than it is a play on Arkansas State.
Fair enough. I'm not in love with this back end of the slot. Only thing that really interests me is laying all that wood with Texas. Last time we saw them was, what was that? Was that Tuesday or Thursday? That was Thursday. Brad was on the show and he tried to tell me to take them and lay the points against New Mexico, and I was like, I don't know, bro. Texas is just in hoops right now. They seem to me more often than not to be overrated, overvalued. That was a good spot for them. They came out there and busted up New Mexico though. And UAB, man, they're that HBCU team that is D1 that just always seems to get like beat up, bro. It just always do in every sport. And I wouldn't be surprised if Texas kind of just flexed their muscles. It's 40. I know Atlanta 40 is insane. But it makes sense for me in this game. I would lay that 40 with Texas. And then last one I'll talk about, give me a small lean on Mercyhurst, the Lake Show, plus the points against Kent State. Kent State is the better basketball team for sure. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you anything otherwise. But are they a late 20 style basketball team? I don't think that. I don't think they are. So for me, college hoops is really all about the big spreads today, trying to grab them or trying to lay them. And in this one, I'm going to grab them with the Mercyhurst Lake Show Lakers against Kent State. Brian?
Well, instead of pulling a Ruffalo here on this time slot, I'm going to reverse and go back into the last time slot and take Northwestern laying the points at a neutral site. Northwestern's played a pretty tough schedule. Illinois, Iowa, UNLV, their losses coming to Butler and Dayton. We saw how good the Flyers were in the second half yesterday. And I think Northwestern here, 3 straight covers in a row. I think they make it 4. I'll lay the points with Northwestern over Georgia Tech.
Fair enough, fam. That concludes college hoops. Anything that you fellas might have missed during college hoops before we move on?
I like Loyola Chicago, just so I can say it wrong.
There we go.
Yeah, I do also like Loyola Chicago. I actually missed that. They're playing the Dons. They're catching points at a neutral site. I do like that.
I just didn't want to say it, so I skipped it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's college hoops for you fellas today. Let's scoot over to the NFL, man. Let's get her done. Let's do it. NFL Sunday. First game on the board is the Baltimore Ravens laying 16.5 on the road on the New York Football Giants. We got Big Al's team, the New York Jets, getting 3 against the Jags right now currently. And we have the Washington Commanders laying 8 points on the Saints. So Ravens, Giants, Jets, Jags, Commanders, Saints. Jovan, you're up first here, my man.
These damn NFL games with these spreads. Listen, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but look, I would lay it if gun pointers in my head. It's not the way I bet, so it's a pass for me. But if it's south of 17, I gotta take the Ravens because I don't think that the Giants are gonna get a sniff with Tommy DeVito on a under center. It's really that simple. And Tracy's not a good enough running back to shoulder the load. Um, Ravens coming off a bye, it all sets up as I believe off a loss going into the bye against Philly. So it all sets up as a smash spot for the Ravens. They should get the job done. The one thing they did do in their last game was they played some resemblance of defense. So I think that bodes well for them also. And it's they're dealing with a lesser opponent who's not going to be able to pass the ball anyway unless they throw it up for grabs to Malik Neighbors if he's even on the field. Don't know his status, but yeah, it would have to be the Ravens. Maybe shorten it by taking them on first quarter, first half. To have a substantial lead going. At the end of at the end of the first quarter and first half. Uh, but other than that, yeah. Uh, the other game, the Jets and the Jaguars, 3.5. That hooks loom a large for me, and the way these Jets have lost these games, and with the other team coming from behind in a few of these, look, I think the back door is wide open in that scenario. Dealing with a Jaguars team with Mac Jones, and this is the second week in a row that I'm giving out the Mac Jones led Jaguars on this show. Uh, that's a scary thought for me. But nevertheless, yeah, I would only be on the the home dog, and we're on Washington and New Orleans, right?
Yes.
Yeah, looking at that game, uh, it's I would take Washington, but it's not a strong play for me. I just don't like what Hayner brings to the table as a quarterback. He's not he's not seeing downfield well enough. He's short as hell as for a quarterback. You know, his completion percentage dictates that, or implies that he's not seeing the field well. Not seeing over these linemen. Downfield. So, I think it's going to be an ugly situation. Do I want to lay it with the Commanders like that with at 7.5? No, I don't. But this is a homecoming situation for Jaden Daniels. So with him going to Baton Rouge for that one season, so it all sets up for a smash as far as I'm concerned with Washington coming off the bye. You know, and just a banged up Saints team. So, but like I said, I wouldn't want to lay that many points with them.
Fair enough. I'm not in love with this first slot either. Just tell y'all what I'm doing. I would lean Commanders as well. Saints, they're a bad football team. You don't lose 7 games in a row and not be a bad football team. And you know what I mean? They did sneak around and get another one. I'm fading them. I would lean towards Washington. I'm still on the fade the Jets train. Jags might get an outright win. The Jets are still the Jets. For as bad as people have been beating up on the Jags, I should be beating up on the Jets, who got the same record as them boys. That's terrible. Not laying points, especially on the road with bad football teams. I say that all the time. One thing I hate doing is laying points with bad teams. So I just won't do it. Give me the Jags, maybe even take them outright. And I'm with Jovan, man. I'm on the Ravens. It's a lot of lumber to lay, especially on the road. I get it, man. I get it. But in that same breath, for me, it ultimately just comes down to one stat and one stat only. And that's the Lamar Jackson against the NFC opponents. Almost always does they dominate. They didn't dominate in their last one against Philadelphia, which was kind of surprising. But outside of that, just look at the recent meetings between Lamar Jackson when he plays an NFC team. It don't matter really how good they are. So now they're playing one of the absolute worst he's probably ever seen in his career. Man, this might be a career day for Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't be surprised if these boys were up like 24-0 at half. Like, I think Derrick Henry has a monster day. I think Lamar has a monster day. And I think the Ravens get back on track and try to take these boys behind the shed and get on track for the playoffs. So that's just my thoughts. I'll lay it with Baltimore. Ryan?
Yeah, it's hard for me to resist the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're always my kryptonite, but th've been pretty good 5-1-1 ATS over the last 7. If you look, other than that Detroit Lions game, they were competitive with the Houston Texans, Minnesota Vikings, Philadelphia Eagles, and Green Bay Packers. Kept it close in those. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville got the outright win, but I'll take the 3.5 here.
Al?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Jets. I mean, you knew I would. So, I know they're on a 4-game losing streak, and it's just that when an NFL team has lost 4 more games in a row, they've actually done well as a road favorite versus opponents off a straight-up win. They've cashed 55% over the last 45 years. So, I don't want any part of the Jags without Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to take the Jets.
Oh, man. Y'all know I got to roll that Mac Jones INT. I got to roll that out.
I think the interception parlay worked out last week with
it does. It
Winston and
it did. We
a few other guys that were on there.
We did cash last week, Brian. So, we'll try to put another one together in a minute. But yeah, shout out the interception prop. I always love playing interceptions on Sundays, and even on the week games. Let's keep it rolling though, fellas. We got my favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys, getting 3 in Carolina. They really got the Panthers favored over us, bro. Insane. We got the Bengals laying now 6. This line's gone up since today started. It was 5 for most of the week, up to 6 today. And we have the Kansas City Chiefs laying 4.5 points on the Cleveland Browns. I'm up first here. This is a J slot too, so I'm just gonna give y'all what y'all came here for. We're gonna take all 3 teams that I've just been betting blindly this season. I'm taking Dallas, I'm taking Cincinnati, and I'm taking Kansas City. Parlay them up, parlay them all up, just straight up money line. Ain't gonna be the best odds, but you should be fine in that respect. The Chiefs not losing to the Browns. The Bengals not losing to the Titans, and Dallas is not losing to Carolina.
Oh, you mean a money line parlay? You don't mean the spread? Then.
Both. I would do both. I know Kansas City ATS has been terrible recently, but I think somebody who's for sure going to be on the interception prop parlay today, Jameis Winston. I think this Kansas City defense has a solid day in the office today. And I'm still waiting on this Chiefs offense to kind of wake up. Like, where y'all at, man? Y'all winning games. Shout out to y'all. That's what we're here to do, win games. But I wouldn't be surprised if today's the breakout game. I think everybody's been so tired of betting Kansas City and losing money on Kansas City that some people just off them today. And today's the spot to be on. I'll lay it there. I think I'm going to go 24-10. Style game.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
me.
I think the Chiefs probably beat up on them in that one. Cincinnati. It's not the sexiest spot to lay the points with Cincinnati, but there's no way in hell I can even look in the other direction. The Titans, man, the Titans have been.
Sure, you could. Come on.
No, Brian. The Titans have been the sharp chaser killer all year.
What about the Bengals?
Loving the Titans every week, and every week they just come out and continuously shoot themselves in the foot. Even last week, they should have won that game, and guess what? They didn't do it. Will Levis is ass, bro. He was never good at Kentucky, and he will never be good in the league. That's just my story. I'm sticking to it. Joe Shiesty, man, if their record was better, he's the MVP. Do y'all see them numbers? Jamar Chase, I think, has another career day. I think they win the game by a touchdown plus. And then, come on, man. Come on, man. Last time we played the Panthers, I took the Panthers, and Mitch laughed at me for 2 years. He laughed at me for 2 years for doing it. I'm not doing it again. I'm not, bro. I'm not. Panthers are playing solid football. I definitely understand why the line looks like it looks. I'm not sitting here just being naive. I get it. Panthers are playing arguably the best football we've seen them play since acquiring Bryce Young. Not even arguably, they are. Things are finally starting to click over there. But now with expectations, bad teams with expectations, if they were a dog at home and you were taking a money line, I would be like, okay, cool. But you actually thinking the Panthers should lay points on somebody is absolutely insane to me. So I'm just fading everybody thinking they're sharp laying points with the Panthers. And I'm just taking the team with the better roster. I know we're banged up. I know it hasn't been the greatest season. But it's still the Carolina fucking Panthers. I'm on the Cowboys plus the 3. Brian?
It's hard for me because I try to keep it to one play per slot that we're in, and I just I don't like any of your picks, but I hate to argue with you. I know I love to, but let's just start with the Kansas City Chiefs. A team 12-1 straight up is only laying 3.5 at the lowly Cleveland Browns. I mean, to me, it just screams Cleveland Browns. You've seen the Browns beat the Baltimore Ravens, one of the best teams in the league. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both these teams are horrible ATS-wise. I just think it's one of those field goal games or maybe Winston catches a backdoor cover. And then Dallas Cowboys, Carolina Panthers. Dallas, one of the most popular teams in football. People love the Dallas Cowboys. I know they've been crappy, but you got two teams trending in opposite direction. Carolina Panthers, they're showing hard on the field. Dallas, I don't know. It's just, to me, I got to take the Carolina Panthers, lay the points. It's not anything sharp or anything like that. To me, it looks off. Carolina Panthers laying points. So I'm on it, but I think
Cleveland, that's what I'm saying. It look off. So that's why I start chasing special. That's why I say that.
I think Cleveland's the better play out of the two. But that's just my opinion.
Fair. We'll see. Al, talk to me, my man. What you like here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take Dallas. I don't want any part of Carolina laying points. It's been basically 2 years since they've last been installed as a favorite. So this is a role reversal game. And even when they were installed as a favorite a couple of years ago, they're 0-8 ATS. The last 8 is chalk, so I'll take Dallas plus the points. Let's see what else. What was the other game?
It was New Orleans. I don't know. That was last.
Titans. And,
it was Titans, Bengals, Chiefs, Browns.
Yeah. Let's just stick with that.
Fair enough. Javon, talk to me.
Yeah, I don't want to do it, but it has to be done. I'm on the Titans. I think this is a 4-point game. Dealing with Cincinnati in the second straight road spot. I don't like that situation for them. They just escaped miraculously with a cover in Dallas on Monday Night Football. And really, I think they probably should have lost that game.
If it wasn't robbery in that game.
Yeah, so, it cost me a cover, but I don't think I'm going to miss with this one. Even with a bad team in the Titans. Defensively, they're kind of solid. So the pass defense in particular, and they're gonna need a Herculean effort going up against Joe Burrow. That's for damn sure. But the Bengals always find themselves in a situation where they're in a tight game where they're not really supposed to be against a lesser team, and I think these are one of those spots. They escaped in East Rutherford, New Jersey, a couple months back, where they shouldn't have covered. They escaped last week. I don't think they escape this time around, at least covering wise. So I'm on the bad Tennessee Titans. And I'm on Dallas, and I'm on them on the money line. It has to be done. It's really simple as that. I can't lay it with Carolina, even though they have played a better brand of football. If you look if you watch the games and if you look at the numbers, although Bryce Young is, performing better, the numbers aren't spectacular, So, and he's been saved by a couple of pass interference calls that have went his way in crucial situations. So, as long as Dallas plays to the level that they played in last week or last Monday, I think they walk away, out of Charlotte with the win.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's keep it rolling, fellas. We got the Miami Dolphins out on the road facing the Houston Texans. We got the Indianapolis Colts out on the road facing the Denver Broncos. And we have the New England Patriots out on the road facing the Cardinals. We'll do one more. And we have the Bucks out on the road facing the Chargers. So 4-game slot. Brian, you're up here.
Oh, this is a tough one. Yeah, Arizona coming off that outright loss and spread loss, but they've been good against the number. I just like this New England Patriots defense, and boy. Yeah, for me, I'm going to have to go with the New England Patriots plus the points. I think they can keep it under a touchdown here.
Al?
Yeah, I'll look at another team with a really good defense. That's the LA Chargers, leading the league in scoring defense, 15.92 points per game. And in the last 5 weeks of an NFL's regular season, teams that allow less than 16 points per game, they've gone 147 and 112 ATS. I think they bounce back off their loss to the Chiefs. I'll take the Chargers minus the points.
Jovan?
Yeah, I'm on the Denver Broncos. This is a situation where I don't want any parts of Anthony Richardson and his 40 to 50% passing completion percentage. He might throw up a ball, for a 50-yarder and connect on one or two of them. But with the way the Broncos are, playing, I don't even think that's going to happen. So I got the Broncos by 7 in this one. It's just a situation where, to be honest, the Colts throughout this season, they have found themselves in tight ball games. But I saw them a couple weeks ago against the Patriots. They shouldn't have won that game. They didn't cover. It was a 1-point game. And, Anthony Richardson, he pulled one out of his ass, just like he did in New York against the Jets. One of those last-second drives. How he does it, he uses his physicality and his athleticism. Can he do that in this spot? I think so, but I don't think that. I think the Denver Broncos run away and hide in this one. That's what I think. That's how I think this one goes down, and I don't think that the Colts have the guns to come back from a substantial deficit. So I'm on Denver. And I know Indy's one of those popular picks out there in the market, so I'm going against the market in this one.
I'm with the market in that one, Jovan. I'm one of them folk. I'm on the Colts. I'm on the Colts outright money line. Hot take. I've been saying it. Broncos missed the playoffs. Hot take. Broncos missed the playoffs. Cincinnati gonna sneak into that playoff, man. If you want to take a shot with me, I think you can still get plus money on Denver to miss. You can still get plus money on Cincinnati to make it. I think they lose this game, man. I think the Broncos, they played a brand of football that was a little over their head this season. Solid team, benefited from a light schedule. But as it gets tough here down the stretch, I don't know. They got Indy this week, Chargers next week, then Cincinnati, then Kansas City. I don't know. I think this team could lose out and miss the playoffs. I really do. This Colts team, I think, is equipped to beat a team like Denver. Come in here, run the football, just a couple splash plays, and see how we are at the end of the game. So that's just my thoughts on it. Would I be shocked if Denver won the game? No, I wouldn't be shocked at all. I wouldn't be shocked if they covered. Denver, I would say right now is slightly the better team, but I don't think the gap is a 4.5-point gap from a pure talent perspective. I don't think it's a 4.5-point gap. I don't. So I'll take a shot on some plus money with Indy in this game. And then for me here, I'm on the Houston Texans. I'm laying the points. I'm fading the Dolphins. Is ultimately all it is. Stat of the day. Here's my stat of the day for y'all. Mike McDaniel against above 500 opponents. A team that's above 500. He is 3-14 in those games with Miami. 3-14. Miami, all of their wins come against bad teams that are below 500. Even recently, when people saying, "Oh, look at the Dolphins! Oh my God, they're heating up! Dolphins! They ain't played no damn body. They're playing bad football teams." Last week, they played the Jets, who are 3-10. Went to overtime with them. Ooh, y'all know my feelings on the Jets. They're ass. Took overtime at home with them. Don't move the needle for me. Y'all got taken behind that shed by Green Bay. Y'all beat the Patriots. Ooh, the Patriots. Terrible. They beat the Raiders. Ooh, the Raiders. Man, I'm done with the Dolphins. I'm fading their ass. I know in that same breath, Houston has been disappointing. They have been disappointing, but in that same breath, they're 8-5. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And I think they are the better team. If you can find 2.5, take 2.5. It's juiced. Last time I checked, I think it was like minus 120-ish. But that's where I am. Stat of the day, Mike McDaniel, as the head coach of the Dolphins, when they play teams over 500, he is 3-14 straight up. Terrible. Fade their ass. Give me Houston. Brian?
Oh, I already went, but we
You
can
went
start
first.
the next round.
All righty. Let's keep it rolling then. We head over to the last slide of the day. We got the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions, man. Game of the day. I'm excited to sit back and watch that one at 3:30. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers out on the road in Philadelphia. I got another crazy stat for y'all in that game. And we have Sunday Night Football. The Green Bay Packers in Seattle. Al, you're up first here, my man. You're muted.
Sorry. I'm going to go against Seattle. I know they've won their last 4 games straight up, and they actually were underdogs in each of those 4 games. But home team's off 4 straight upset wins. They've cashed just 30% over the last 45 years, so I'll take Green Bay. What are the other ones?
Bills, Lions, Steelers, Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to fade Detroit just on that 11-game win streak. Teams that have won 11 or more games in a row suck, so I'll take Buffalo.
Javon, what you got for me?
Is it 3 games or 2 games?
3. It was Bills, Lions, Steelers,
Yep.
Eagles, Packers, Seahawks.
Damn. I gotta. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do with this Bills and Lions game. It's a real intriguing game. You know, you got these 2 teams that are the Bills, they're coming off that loss. So there's that. But I think that what we're gonna have is, both of these teams are, when they start the games, I think they're both going to score. So I would like to take the over in the first quarter, because I think they both, put 7s on the board. It has more to do with the scripted plays, the first 15 plays of every football game, the scripted for every offense. That's just the way it is, and I think that these guys execute for both teams, Josh Allen and Jared Goff. So I think the over's in play for the first quarter. So that's how I would play it.
Fair enough. For me, I'm with Al. I'm fading the Lions. Got to be done. If anybody finna go in there and bust them up, it's gonna be my MVP right now, Josh Allen. Josh Hemi Allen. Some of y'all say, Jay, you just be stuck in your ways. You don't never switch what you be saying, no matter what you see, and that's not true. That's not true. I took the Hawks off the do not bet list. I don't know what more reason to show y'all that I can change. And I've also switched on Josh Allen. If y'all remember, 2 seasons ago, I was coming in here bashing Josh Allen. I was not a Josh Allen guy. Shit, I don't walk all that shit back. He's him. He's him. And I think they probably go in here and beat the Lions. Lions a solid team. Lions right now are my second best team in the NFC. I think the Eagles right now are slightly better. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions are there in the end. But it's Detroit on an 11-game win streak. At a certain point, you got to fade. Like at a certain point, they're going to lose. And I think a good Buffalo team coming off an L from last week. Sign me up. Sign me up. I did just admit it, Adrian. I just said Josh Allen right now my MVP. I said that. Shout out Josh Allen, man. I think he has another monster game today. So give me the Bills in that one. The other crazy stat I was going to tell y'all, the Eagles the Steelers haven't won in Philadelphia since like 1967. It's a tough place for them boys to go and play, man. And I know the Steelers are very, very, very popular pick today. Very popular pick. It looks really appetizing, getting 5.5 points for the team as good as them. Similar record, man. I'm just gonna trust the history of the Steelers. Just can't play in Pittsburgh. In Philadelphia. I'm gonna lay it here with the Eagles. It's just, do I love it? Honestly, no, I don't. I think earlier in the week I leaned towards the Steelers, but the line looks funky, and I'm just gonna rock with it. You know, you feel me? So give me Philadelphia. I'll lean in that direction. They probably win the game by a touchdown. And last one, Packers, Seahawks. Seahawks have been rolling, but they also lost 4 straight home games earlier this season. They've been like low-key better on the road this year than they have been at home. Hashtag go, Pack, go. I'm gonna lay it with Green Bay in that last one. Right?
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you guys. Steelers are always popular, and everybody sees how the Eagles almost lost the lowly Carolina Panthers, and now you're getting points with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It seems too good to be true. But the Detroit Buffalo is the game that I'm going to look at for my free pick. I agree with you guys. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills on the money line. Detroit's won 11 straight games. Buffalo Bills off of a loss to the Rams. So for me, it's Buffalo all the way here.
Fair enough. That concludes the NFL for today, ladies and gentlemen. I got some props for y'all. I'll give y'all here in a little bit when we get to like the parlay section. But let's move on over to the NBA. Solid card over there in the NBA today. We'll do 3 at a time. Let's do 4. We'll split it in 2. We'll do 4. There's 8. We'll do Pacers, Pelicans, Celtics, Wizards, Knicks, Magic, Timberwolves. It's 7, so we'll do 3. Pelicans, Pacers, Celtics, Wizards, Knicks, Magic. We'll stop there. Jovan, you're up first here, my man. Or did you go first last time? I don't know. I lost track.
I have no idea, but we're gonna set it off. Man, looking at this New Orleans Pelicans and in Indiana Pacers game, I would like to take the over in this one, but it's it's not really an early start like that. It's only 5:10 start. I actually did like what I saw out of the Pacers last game. Put up 121 points to a supposed good defense in Philly last time around. So I think they have it in them, of course, to do it up against the Pelicans team, who they're still injured, even though they are getting a little bit healthier. Certain players back in the fold. But this Pelicans team, they've given up a boatload of points in more of their fair share of games. So I think that at home Indy could take advantage, and I think that New Orleans, for their part, they could put up a pretty nice number. So 231, it seems a little light as far as I'm concerned. And that's probably based on recent form with the Pacers. So I'll take the over in that spot. Looking at the Celtics game, uh, the only way you could really play it is first quarter, first half Celtics. If you want to take them, if you want to back them, you can't really back them full game. Even though they do have the potential to, lay waste to them 30-point smash spot if they wanted to. Whether they do want to or not, that's really the question. The Washington Wizards, they did, battle against Cleveland last game. It was a 10-point victory, so they cashed. But honestly, I really don't think they cashed back-to-back spots where they catching these amount of points. But I wouldn't touch the full game at all. I would just go on first quarter, first half.
Fair enough. I'm on the Pacers. And for me, the New Orleans is still on the do not bet list. Still can't trust this team. Indiana, I like what I saw from them in their last game too, like Jovan said. But for me, Indiana's been night and day this season. On the road, fade them. At home, you can trust them in certain spots and situations. And going up against a bad team like New Orleans, finally, Indiana seems like they're starting to steady the ship. I still believe in Indiana. Indiana was one of my money teams last year. I still believe in this team. They're kind of going through like a little sophomore slump-ish styles earlier in the season. But I think in this one, they get it together, get a win, probably a double-digit win. I think offensively, we kind of been waiting on the Pacers to be that offensive juggernaut they were last year. That's their problem. Last year, bro, I think people forget. The Pacers broke almost every offensive metric you could break at certain parts in the season. Like the Pacers were the best offense in the NBA for most of the regular season last year. They just hadn't been playing with that same offensive oomph. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them return to that today and beat up on a team they are just head and shoulders better than at home. Pretty well rested. I like the spot for Indiana. Celtics Wizards, I kind of agree with Jovan. Forced to play the game, it would be Celtics laying the 17.5, but like I had a reason to lay that many points with the Celtics the other day. Today, there's no motivational factor to lay this many points with them. They haven't been a great money-making team this season either. Negative profit-wise, ATS. Small lean on Boston. I'm not going to the window with it, though. What I 9 times out of 10 am going to the window with is Orlando. It's Jay versus the Knicks. It just is what it is. It's me versus the Knicks. The reason it's me versus the Knicks is because I've been trying to explain to my audience all season long why the Knicks are overrated and overvalued, and they just act like I'm just spitting blasphemy, like I'm just talking bullshit. And I'm trying to explain to them, bro, this team are a good team. I wouldn't be surprised if they went on a run in the playoffs. But right now, the Knicks are priced on the daily like they're the Cavs, like they have the track record the Cavs do, and they don't. They're a losing basketball team profit-wise. They have no track record to show that they are as good as people think they are. That is the true definition of overrated and overvalued. Now they're laying points on Orlando in Orlando. That's not a good idea. Orlando, since the start of last season, they have covered at home at a 74% clip. Orlando, since the start of 2023, they are 39-14 ATS at home. 39-14 ATS at home, covering at a 74% clip. If you want to go take the overrated, overvalued New York Knicks and lay points with them today in Orlando, I get it. Orlando's banged up. No Paulo Banchero, no Franz Wagner. I get it. But that's why the line looks like it looks. That's already incorporated into the line. If them two were playing, the Magic would be favored in this game. I've already told you. I think the Magic are the better team anyway. When healthy, the Magic are better than the Knicks. I'm sorry. So you're going to give me points with the team as dominant as Orlando has been at home against the number? fading the Knicks. Sign me up, man. Give me Orlando. Brian?
Out of this time slot, I believe the Orlando Magic are probably the best bet here as far as free picks go. Orlando revenge spot from about 8 days ago when
That's
they
what else I forgot.
got
There you go.
taken to the
Revenge
woodshed,
spot,
121 to 106, and then you got the Orlando Magic. They might be down a few guys, but I think it's a 3-point game. If you're getting 4.5 with the Magic, I think that's where I want to be at. I'll take Orlando.
Al?
I'm going to take the Knicks. Yeah, I mean, they're 68 and 28 ATS on the road. If they're off an upset loss and the opponent has a 500 or better win percentage, so I'm on the Knicks there. I would, oh gosh, I guess I would lay the points with Boston. Just a momentum thing. The Celtics are pretty good off 20-point or greater home wins. They're 81 and 47 ATS, so I guess I'd lay the points with Boston.
There we go. Let's keep it rolling. Back end of the slot. Last four in the NBA. We got Timberwolves, Spurs, Trailblazers, Suns, Mavs, Warriors, Grizzlies, Lake Show, Lakers. That Minnesota San Antonio game scares me. I would lean towards San Antonio plus the 4.5. I really like how San Antonio's playing. I do personally. I told a lot of people at the beginning of the season, San Antonio is going to be in that play-in tournament. They got try-hard-ass Chris Paul. And then they got one of the best players in the league in Victor Wembanyama. That's really all you need. Last time we saw Chris Paul in this role in Oklahoma City, he took that team to the playoffs. So I think he's going to do enough to keep the Spurs relevant this season. Minnesota playing solid basketball right now. I will give them credit. They're playing their best stretch of basketball they've played all season long. It kind of took them a moment early in the season to gain some cohesiveness after trading away, somebody they picked the number one overall in Karl Anthony Towns. But recently they've looked better. That still, in my opinion, doesn't mean going late over a bucket in a 50-50 style game against a team that's already beaten them in this same gym this season. So I'm just going to grab the points with San Antonio in this spot. You laying 10.5 on the road with Phoenix, you're asking for it. That's all I'm going to say. Phoenix is not a money-making team, bro. They're just not. Since the start of last year, Phoenix is 44, 64, and 2 ATS, man. They've only covered in 40% of their games. So that means we're fading them at a 60% clip. And now they're laying double digits on the road. Come on now. Let's not overcomplicate it. Portland, they've been a solid ATS team all season long. They played them tough already this season, lost by 6. We're probably looking at something similar in this spot. I would grab the points with Portland. And y'all know where I'm at, man. I'm on my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. Easy. Easiest play on the board today is the Dallas Mavericks. Don't overcomplicate it, man. Don't overcomplicate it. We just lost our last game. We're coming off a loss. Shout out to Thunder, man. They played real intense defense. I think the Mavs needed that. The Mavs needed to see some intense defense like that early in the season to know what's at stake this season. But again, we're just going to stick with since the start of last season. Man, the Mavs, when favored it on the road, print money. They print it. As away favorite since the start of last season, Dallas is 23 and 8 ATS in this situation. They've covered since the start of last season at a 75% clip as road favorites. Don't like the spot for Golden State. Curry, game time decision, may not play. Give me Dallas. I think they go in here. They played them tough last time. They didn't win the game outright, but I think this time they actually get it done. Give me Dallas. I'll lay the 2.5 on the road. And that Lakers-Memphis game, it's just a pass. Memphis is playing the better basketball right now, but the Lakers always play them tough. Do I want to lay 4.5 with Memphis on the road? Not really. I would probably lean towards the Lakers getting the points. Memphis wins, Lakers cover, but bottom of the barrel for me. Brian?
That's my favorite play. I think I like the Lakers here plus the points. You've seen Memphis 9-1, last 10 straight up, 4 straight wins. They seem unbeatable. I think LeBron ends up playing in this game, and the Lakers 8-3 straight up at home. You're getting points. Again, I think it's one possession. I'll take the Lakers plus the points here.
Fair enough. Al?
Yeah, I agree with my good friend Brian. I mean, yeah, the Grizzlies are doing really well against the spread, 18-7-1 ATS. Lakers, conversely, 10-15 ATS. But when you go inside the Lakers' point spread numbers, much worse on the road. They're failing to cover the spread on the road by 8.96 points per game. At home, they are failing to cover the spread by 1.27 points per game, but that's not by a lot. So they're back home. They're getting 4.5. I like the Lakers as the home dog.
There you go. Los Angeles Lakeshore Lakers. Can I interest y'all in a Lakers parlay? Mercyhurst and the Lakers? And the Los
No.
Angeles? Jovan, what you like here?
The only game I would have interest in is the Portland Trail Blazers. Just too many points. I can't lay with a Phoenix team who a jump shooting team, and they leave a lot to be desired on the defensive end. So I would only take the points.
Fair enough. That concludes NBA action today, ladies and gentlemen. There is some hockey today. Brian, any hockey for you today? There's 5 games.
Let me quick look here for a second. Boy. I'll go with the Chicago Blackhawks at home on the money line just to fade my Ron Romanelli's. Islanders starting to play a little bit better recently, but laying minus 180 on the road with the Islanders just isn't in my vocabulary. I'll take the Blackhawks on the money line.
Big Al, any hockey for you today?
Not for me, no.
Any hockey for Jovan? Fair enough. Only thing that I would look at probably today is a shot on the St. Louis Blues against the New York Rangers. The Blues did get beat up yesterday. Or not, was that yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday. They lost to, the best team in hockey in overtime. It's okay. But I think they bounced back today at home and have a chance to win this one. The Rangers, coming off that significant homestand, they did win that last one. We've already seen St. Louis beat them this season. I think they probably beat them again. Give me the Blues outright money line. Brian, it's a lot going on today, man. Plenty of things underneath the sun. I know you got some plays you absolutely loving today. What you got going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I'm up on a 7-1 stretch between Friday and Saturday, rated number 2 at pickdogs.com for profit on the year. You can get my NFL best bet titanium play over at pickdogs.com or get my private play 3-pack, all 3 best bets in the NFL for $50, or team me up with one of these all-star handicappers on the 2-for-1 capper special.
There you go. I'm on with Brian B. Continue to kick the crap out of the books with my man. Somebody else kicking the crap out of the books is Big Al McMorty. Pair them two up, man. And you a great season. Al, what you got going today?
I've got hoops and football today on the docket. Looking to keep it going. I think since, over the past 24 days, 20 winning days, 3 losing days, 1 split out day. So it's 124 and 66, my last 190. If folks want to get on board, just team me up with Javon or Brian or Jay here on the 2-for-1, 3-for-1, or 4-for-1 handicapper special. And we'll celebrate Christmas a little early this year.
There you go. Hop on with my guys, man. Make you some money. Hop on with my other guys too, Jovan. What you got going on today, my man? Off an amazing day yesterday.
Yeah, got a 3-pack in the 1 o'clock time slot. We'll have it's kind of backloaded on NFL, so probably gonna have a 5-pack on the 4 o'clock slate slash Sunday night football slate. So I'll have 8 to 9 plays in that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have anything up for college basketball or the NBA. Run a little bit behind schedule today, but yeah, I have a whole lot of football as of right now, and so jump on board. I went 13-5, like I said yesterday, 4-1 on Friday. I split on Thursday, But the day before that, I went 2-0, and then I think the other days, Tuesday and Monday, also was on the plus side. So it's been a nice little run. Not the Al McMorty run that he's on, but yet it's still pretty good run. And looking to close out this year hard the same way I did last December.
There you go, man. Hop on with my guys. 15, 16 days left in the month. So a little over 2 weeks. I'm trying to close it out strong too, man. You guys can hop on with me over at Pick Dogs Premium. Yesterday, I did drop my NBA play of the day. I had the Hawks. They were in it. They were in it the whole game, and then at the end, they just couldn't close it.
Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis happened.
That block was insane.
Insane. But that's why Giannis is a top 5 player in the league. When he's on, he's a top 3. And I see why some people even say he's the best. I get it. Shout out Giannis, man. He showed up yesterday. But yeah, so I had the Hawks in that one yesterday. Dropped it, but we've been hot on that NBA play of the day. I have one for y'all today. Let me pull up the number for y'all. Right now, currently on that NBA play of the day, I have hit 11 of 17 and 16 of 24. So just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward there. You can scoop that up today. Hop on something long term. I got a handful of NFL. I should have 3 NBA today. So solid card for me today, man. Let's kick the crap out of the books. Do what we do. Let's make some money today, man. Fellas. So on to the last segment of the show. Y'all know what it is, man. Parlay. Brian, what you got for me, my man?
Yeah, I like my parlay, but then I like it every week, I guess. But I'm going to take the LA Lakers plus the points, Cleveland Browns plus the points, and the Buffalo Bills plus the points.
There you go. Dog hunting for Brian today. Al, what you got for me?
Oh, I'm going to go with the Bills plus the points. God, it's just horrible. Try to find another game.
I'll put the Lakers on there. What are you talking
No chance. No. I'm going to go with Southern Cal in college basketball. So Southern Cal and the Buffalo Bills.
There you go. Jovan, talk to me.
We're gonna run with a couple different 2-teamers. Rhode Island, and then the Washington Commanders. That's a 2-teamer. Tennessee Titans, Dallas Cowboys. On the money line, that's a 2-teamer. Then we will roll with Bills Lions over first quarter. Celtics first quarter. Celtics first half, 3-teamer.
I'll give y'all 2. First one, we're going all plus money. We're going Buffalo Bills money line, Dallas Cowboys money line, St. Louis Blues money line. And then the other one, we're gonna go stomp down. Baltimore laying the 16.5. We're gonna give me the Chiefs, man. I know.
Yeah.
I keep doing it. I know. I know. Give me the Chiefs. And we'll go full stomp down. Give me the Celtics. I know. It's as square as that parlay get.
You're ripping my heart out here.
That's as square as a parlay get. Ravens, Chiefs, Celtics. Oh my God. We'll see if we can slide through though on a Sunday. That's all we got for y'all today, ladies and gentlemen, though, man. I appreciate y'all joining us. Fun show, really good show. We weren't here that long. 1,200 of y'all in here live. Remember, Carrie came in at the beginning of the show. Ron posted a video the other day asking. So just go back and find your favorite Mitch moments. Funniest guy I probably have ever known, man. And just the little things he said, and the quick responses he had to some of the things that you would say, I think were some of the funniest things ever. And I know a lot of you guys enjoyed the content from him as well. So if you can go back, try to go back into some of your favorite episodes, some of your favorite 7 picks in 5 minutes, just some of your favorite Mitch moments. go back and find them from all throughout the years. All of his content is still up here on the Pig Dogs YouTube channel. So we appreciate each and every one of y'all for doing that for us. You know, of course, we're looking for ours, and we're going to put together a video here soon once we get all of those, man, to just kind of help continue to honor the man that he was, man, the man that he was. Shout out Money Man Mitch. Outside of that, I don't have anything else to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, except for make it a winning day. Anything from you, fellas, before we get out of here?
Well, I'm ready to head over to Wendy's for some lunch, but I'm going to stay away from the square patties. If I get them, I might cut the edges off them. That's about it.
It's okay to be square sometimes. Any final words from you, Javon or Al?
No.
Well, I won't be here tomorrow, but I'm sure that Jay, Chris, and Costi may act more professionally tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow and throughout, the week as we continue to produce all the great content here. Best bets at Pig Dogs Premium. Make it a winning day. We're out of here.